Today we'll be covering a lens that I just picked up recently from the Crossroads Farmers Market here in Calgary. It's a future iteration of a lens that I already reviewed. If you guys have seen my old channel, Gojo, you remember that one of the lenses I covered was a 35 to 75 f3.5mm Canon lens. Link above here if you guys would like to check that out. After that lens came out, Canon made some crazy advancements for the time with their glass, most specifically atmospherical glass. I don't have a ton of details on how that works, but it did mean that they were able to pack more of a punch, more zoom in a smaller amount of space. Cue now the 35 to 105 f3.5 Canon FD zoom lens. This lens was released in the 1980s and has 15 elements in 13 groups. It's a little heavy for sure, but again, when you've got a zoom lens that's from this period, right, for an SLR film camera body, you're definitely going to run into a bit more weight, but definitely not a problem. We're going to walk around and let's see what we can get. So another neat thing about this lens is actually it's got some macro functionality. So it's got this little notch right around there. And if you press that notch, you actually can enter it into a little, like I said, a macro setting. Obviously I'm out right now and it's kind of winter time, so there's not really a lot of good macro shots out to get. So I'm gonna roll some macro shots like that actually at the zoo yesterday. So we're gonna head to Chinatown because you can't go wrong with street photography in Chinatown. Calgary's Chinatown is awesome. It's actually pretty big, super old, which is another kind of neat thing. One other cool thing though is that my girlfriend's family's coming to town for Christmas, and her brother loves martial arts, so I'm gonna go to the DVD store and get them those old school martial arts DVDs. Yes, they still have DVD stores in Calgary's Chinatown. Pretty cool. So anyways guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this lens review. I definitely say that this lens would definitely work well on a SLR camera more than a digital, obviously. But I will say that it has a lot of sharpness for such an old piece of glass. One thing, if you zoom in all the way, it will not focus to infinity, just FYI. That was a little hiccup I found. But honestly, if you just dial it back to like 100, you're golden. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, my first lens review on this channel. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and remember, you're all awesome. We'll see you guys in the next one. Another thing that I really wanted to try today was shooting at a different focal length while I vlogged. Mic's turned on, good, just checking. The only autofocus lens I have right now for this Nikon body is the 35mm, which is great for most photography video situations. Vlogging is just a little too tight on my face. So I wanted to try out this old vintage lens. It's a 28mm Panagore f2.8 SLR lens. I've had this lens for probably about 3 years now. I usually use it for all my wide angle photography, but I also find it's pretty good for video. Of course, you're probably thinking, well, how is he in focus right now if he's using an old SLR lens? Well, the focus, I figured out the perfect range for the focus wheel and put a little notch in it for vlogging at arm's length. So I've got it set there. Obviously, if I go this close, it's out of focus. If it's over here, it's out of focus. But if I keep it right around an arm's length, looks pretty good. But guys, tell me below, what do you think? Should I keep vlogging with this, or should I just be using the Osmo Action? Tell me what you think.